All right. So does everybody have a copy? Okay. Okay. So waiting for this one. All right. So in this problem, you're going to see some problems today that look like this, and you're going to see some problems that are written in story form, just like our exit slips yesterday. Okay? But I think this is a great way, just like Eliza and Emery did, a great way to organize your thinking. So in this problem, we know the volume, we know what the length is, and we know the width. We have to find out the height. Okay? So the way I'm going to do that is, since I know the length and the width, I know I could find the base. So I'm going to write the volume formula, which is base times height, right? And underneath it, I'm going to write base equals length times width. This problem has a couple steps. So now I'm going to fill in my numbers. I know the length is 4 4/5 times, I know my width is 6 1/2. So I need to multiply two mixed numbers. What do I have to do in order to do that? What do I have to do? Jackson Kennedy. Yes. So right underneath, I'm going to do that. So I know 4 4/5 would be 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. I keep my denominator, times, I see what, sorry. Then I have to figure out 6 1/2, right? So 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Keep my denominator of 2. So then underneath, I rewrite it as 24/5. Kayla, are you writing this down with us? Okay. Times 13 half. So now, what do I need to do to solve it? I need to do Becca. Okay. So I'm going to do a little helper problem off to the side, because I don't know that one off the top of my head. Did you guys get 312? Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So that's my numerator. My denominator, well, I know 5 times 2 is 10, right? Okay. So 312 tenths, what do I got to do, Kyle?
You should simplify.
Simplify. So I'm going to make it a mixed number. So I'm going to divide. 10 goes into 31 3 times. 1, bring down to 2. 1. I have 2 left over. Kyle?
You could make the leftover 2 into 2 tenths and simplify. That would be 31 1/5.
Okay, so 2 tenths, which we know we can simplify to 1/5. So then my base would equal 31 1/5. This is where a lot of us stop, because we found an answer and then we write it down and move on. But this isn't a B for base, is it? It's an H for height. So now I can go back to my original, formula, and I know the volume is 156, right? my base, I know that now. 31 1/5. I don't know the height, so I'm going to say times h. This right here is my equation, or formula. It's your equation. Once you get that equation, then you can just solve for h. So I want to get h by itself, so I can say h equals, so I need to do the inverse of multiplication, which is what? Division. So I'm going to do 156 divided by 31 1/5. How am I going to do that? Turn it into what? Turn it into a decimal. Ooh, how could I do that? No, that Elizabeth?
You can divide 10 by 5, and that's 1/5 as decimal, which is 31.2.
31.2, that would be our decimal. Yeah.
You could do, so you do 156 over 1 times,
Yeah.
so you turn 31 1/5 into an improper fraction, and then you technically do the,
Reciprocal and stuff? Yeah. So you could either make this one a fraction and divide it, or you could turn this one into a decimal and divide it. So I'm going to go with the decimal, but you can do either way. And 1/5 as a decimal is 0.2. I always think of it as a fifth of a dollar, which is 2 dimes or 2 cents. Okay. So then I need to do a little problem off to the side. 31.2 into 156. I have a decimal point, so I'm going to move it one place. So I have to move this one. So 312 doesn't go into 1, doesn't go into, oh goodness, okay. Well, I'm going to start by doing some estimating. So 1,000 would have 300s, or I think it's at least 4 times. Is it 5?
Yeah, I did. I know
It was 5?
Yeah.
Evenly?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Oh, holy cow. Okay, I like it when it works out nicely. So 5 times 312 is 1,560, which is 0. So my answer is 5 decimal point. We all know that's 5 wholes, right? 5 wholes. So H must equal 5 feet. Now that I'm at my answer, I'm going to go back and label it. Do I need to square it or cube it?
no.
Trick question, you don't need to because it's not volume and it's not surface area. It's just the length of one side. Okay? So, guys, look at how much work I did to find my answer. It was more than one step. And I had to write out what I knew, and then I had to plug it back in, and I came up with this equation, and then I had to solve for h. So here's what we're going to do next. You are going to, everybody's going to get a copy, so everybody will write on their own, but you're going to get with a partner and find the missing dimension. When you are working with your partner, I want you to think about, one thing I liked watching Eliza and Emery is when one person forgot something, the other one pointed it out. So they were both watching. So each group is actually going to get one piece of paper because I want you both looking at the same thing. and contributing. Okay? When you and your partner are done, we're going to come back to the floor and we're going to check. Okay? So, find a partner. Tell me your partner. I'll give you a paper. Haley. Aiden. Aiden. Side by side with your partner, not across. Oh, thank you. Okay. You too. Okay. Guys, desk, tables, or up here on the carpet. No, one per group. I changed my mind. Okay. So it's perfect. Alright, girls. Make sure you're sitting side by